Hi guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be speaking on Southbound. Southbound does exist. It's a team, and throughout all agencies, there are certain teams that are tasked with certain, not special, but certain, uh, well, I guess some kind of special team to actual try to intercept uh, cash, illegal goods, weapons, any type of contraband that is brought in through the mainly the ports along the California harbors. So when this happens, it, as odd as it seems, as odd as it sounds, it is easier to bring in some sort of contraband through the ports of the U.S. and then actually moved down south. For the reason that there is more export coming in through the harbors of the United States than there would be in Mexico from a container coming from China. And that's where the kind of the red flags start popping up. So to bring in a container or multiple containers and then take them down south is very, very common. So this southbound team consists of maybe about 10 individuals. They're not always going to be present on the southbound lanes, but they will pop up at certain times of the day, and spotters from both sides of the actual border. They know when they're actually when they're out there, you know, and when they leave. So it's no big secret, except this one time when they actually popped out of nowhere and conducted southbound commercial traffic. When I say commercial traffic, I'm meaning any kind of tanker, any kind of shipping container, any kind of semi truck going down south. Uh, they'll they'll go through it. They'll start inspecting it. So this one afternoon, they actually conducted a southbound check and opened up a container. And I'm not talking about a semi either. I'm talking about a container that would come off a ship that can be placed on a wheeled trailer, but it doesn't have to have any kind of stationary wheels or anything, just a regular container. And as soon as they opened it up, they realized it's actually full of weapons. And as soon as they realized that it was weapons, actually, it dawned on them that that load wasn't supposed to be found, and they were actually criticized pretty bad. Not because they found, because supposedly somebody leaked it to the actual to the news agency, and they broke it as a breaking news. But there was supposed to be another container to go along with that one, so they wanted supposedly to set it up to where they would actually have both containers delivered to somewhere down south in Mexico. So they blamed it on somebody calling the news, and that happened quite often. People making a phone call, have connections with the news department, and they broke out as news. But yet there was supposed to be two containers together to complete that shipment of weapons. Of course, nothing ever came out of it. Who was shipping it? Who was behind the actual transaction? So that's just another one where you can actually say, uh, like, you're trying to do your job, and all of a sudden, you come up with something big like this. And this is a big, this was actually a big shipment of that weapon. So they actually Actually, not that they regret it catching it, but sometimes stuff just needs to go through, and people just. I mean, I wouldn't want to be involved in that type of seizure. I wouldn't. To tell you the truth, I would not. Just for the fact that you know, there's big money behind that. There's big money. There's powerful people behind the actual weapons. You know, arms dealing. You know what I mean? And but you know, it wasn't their fault. But yeah, you know, they had to take a blame at some point. You know, and I'm pretty sure that the weapons did get to their destination. But that's just my opinion. Okay, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.